What up? It's your boy T-Bear here. So for Wrestling Wednesday today, I felt like this is a perfect time to do this. Thoughts in my head. I've been having for a while as well too. And main reason I had about this is based on most recently, not boo that man, hold up, with LA Knight recently though as well too. So the title almost said is that I feel like wrestling fans, the term Babyface seems like a curse word, not cuss word, a curse word with wrestling fan these days. And here's why I mean about this as well too. And LA Knight's the prime example of this right now. So there's words that LA Knight will become a babyface coming to SmackDown, and his test ride happened most recently in I don't know why they didn't air this, but glad thank you they put on YouTube in a dark wrestling moment of SmackDown when Hit Row came out dissing New York dissing next. LA Knight came out and beat them down like a babyface style as well too. So there's been rumors that and then folks that wants this as well too, that LA Knight should become a babyface as well too, and there's rumors that he will become a babyface. He should, and some people say he already is a babyface because of fan. But here's the thing, I said in this past group, I'm saying that group I'm part of is a group part I went back to Jobbers Tier as well too. Like I said, the reason why I'm okay with them because it's not the his that's the problem. It's one, it's a little bit on my case as well too. And then there's an honorary member of them who's been on my case of late. That's the dick I told you about in the other video. Who's been on my case about Face Hill, trying to call me heelish for being one side, which is stupid and ridiculous though. And he keeps up with it. I'm gonna block him. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna keep quitting groups no more because of dickheads. I'm just gonna start blocking them because blocking people shouldn't be heelish. It should be just be it's for your peace. It should be faces be the block folks as well too. That's another story. But one of the groups I'm in, and other groups that said it too, ain't on Twitter. When a lot of people was trying to say LA Knight should be babyface, they be like, no, don't do it. Reconsider. No, it's gonna lose. They're afraid that he's gonna lose his steam. He's gonna lose his edginess, and W gonna fuck it up as well too. Like, it's a lot of folks I said in videos as well too that the word babyface and certain wrestlers don't belong in the same sentence as well too though. They don't want them touching near the babyface side at all. And even turn to the fact that even wrestlers that are currently babyface as well too, they don't consider them a babyface. They consider them either a tweener in their way or a likable heel. One prime example is Seth Rollins. And there's folks who are taking it too far to at this point they might, in their own little way, they might as well say the double term at WrestleMania 13 never happened because they keep saying consider Austin not really a babyface. They call him a likable heel as well too, or a tweener. Same with Rock as well too. And that's why I feel like wrestling fans don't like the term babyface no more. Not all, but mostly. You know me, I am hardcore about the babyface as well too. More about the good guy and heroes, because especially nowadays, a lot of folks don't like it anymore, which is sad. Now, a lot of folks are willingly want to go to the dark side or picking villains and villains over heroes, or if it's close to being a hero, they'll choose an anti-hero. And the reason why, sadly, the reason why, I'm all about the sad reason, I will admit that I feel like reason why that a lot of folks are so scared, or you say anything about turning a wrestler babyface, they get all high strong and scared, like don't do it, reconsider, like it's a bad idea, whatever. It's unfortunately because of the booking of babyfaces from previous booking of babyface with WWE, and it's definitely mainly around the PG era. Booking babyface in the Attitude era and the Ruthless Aggression era was pretty good. Majority with babyfaces that was heel turned babyfaces didn't change their persona at all. It just changed their opponents. The crowd will embrace them as well too. That's why I feel like this is probably gonna be the same thing for LA Knight. It's just a lot of folks are scared because of booking the babyfaces as well in the past too. And I feel like that sucks that they feel that way as well too. Prime example, John Cena going from World Life, Dr. Thugonomics, the move calling the FU to the attitude adjustment as well too, and then the whole Free Pebble thing. I had nothing against this. I was rocking with Cena through and through, especially since he was still babyface. He kept going, but there's fans who wasn't feeling that and everything. They started with the Cena suck and all that as well too. Didn't like it. They was harping for Cena to turn heel so bad as well too. And it never happened. So that's one good example right there, because of him being the face of the PG era, from the Ruthless era to the PG era, and changed up his look to be more kid friendly, was understandable, but didn't sit right with the diehard wrestling fans that's adults or rebellious teenagers, stuff like that as well too, which sucks and anything. Another one, I hate to admit this as well too, but I was rolling as a babyface though. Roman Reigns, babyface run. A lot of folks got turned away from WWE because of how they was trying to push Roman Reigns to babyface, and it wasn't working this way. The fans was booing them, and sadly, fans was booing them worse than seen at times and everything. And then, that's why they unfortunately had this thing where he's known as from being a hated hero to a lovable villain, which is like only way. That's the way that way to strive you. Then that's sad right there as well too. And that's why. And then sadly, I feel like because of them fans booing anything, we're suffering with the tribal queef thing of him holding the belt hostage in the new Reign of Terror because of that as well too. And here's one I feel like is the big one right here. A big example right here. Currently she's a heel now, but when she first got him from NXT, the most easiest babyface they could have booked, it was served on a platter, and they still found a way to fuck that up badly to the point that her heel run is more likable than her babyface run, which is really sad and everything. Heel run is like, to me, is annoying. And that's Bayley. When you had huggable, lovable Bayley, who was super over in NXT, has a great baby face, and sent to the main roster, could have kept it going. But no. Somehow, I don't know how, Vince McMahon fucked that up. How? It was served in platter. Easy. It's going to be the easiest baby face fucking booking ever. And they fucked that up? How? And now she's doing this. Then to quote the heel fans, she's doing so great as a heel. They don't want her be a babyface game. Same with Roman as well too. But that's a different story. So now a lot of folks It's like now to me, I don't think it's true, but it seems like it. Wrestling fans don't like the word term babyface. They kind of don't want that to exist. I wouldn't be surprised if folks want a wrestling roster full of heels and tweeners and no babyface don't exist. And the same body, it ain't just in wrestling. It's in outside of wrestling too, like in superhero stories. Like they feel like superheroes are not interesting anymore because of how they're written and how they're pulled out. They're a lot of people saying they heroes are too one-dimensional these days, and they have no depth compared to the evil counterparts. Now, people were rather relate to the villain more than the heroes nowadays, and it's just all about booking. And now because of that, you say anything about a babyface turn with anybody that's currently in hell or getting over the crowd, they say no, leave him the way he is. He's gonna lose his steam or anything. They got folks who has a bizarre way of thinking, saying that the reason why he's getting liked more because of his heel persona, not because he don't need a baby face, and he's a likable heel now. To the point that they don't want to admit a wrestler's a face now. They say more admit they're a likable heel or something like that, or they don't want, or even worse, they be wanting certain wrestlers who are baby faces don't want to be baby faces to be heels so much right now. Want them being Bianca, as I mentioned, Street Profits as well too. And like I said, but if you put a certain wrestler and senses and babyface the same sentence, they don't want that. Like Bobby Lashley, they didn't want. Like Bobby Lashley's another one. They didn't want Lashley and babyface in the same sentences. They don't want. They suck. Brock kind of did good as a babyface. They kind of didn't want that either. They don't want Moose and Babyface as the same senses. And there's certain people who have been known as a heel don't ever want to be a Babyface at one time. Is one of them being MJF, another one's is Corbin. I mean, now this one I don't understand. Charlotte should not be a babyface at all. I mean, just leave her as is. Don't ever stop trying to make Charlotte babyface. I'll admit that at least. But like, there's certain in Rhea, they don't want her to ever turn babyface as well too. Because they think the mommy gimmick is more popular or anything. They don't need to turn babyface. But I feel like if they went back to the old Attitude Era days of babyface and wrestling, Ruthless Aggression era of babyface, and where they just changed their status from heel to face, and their opponents leave their persona as is, it'd be fine. And I feel like LA Knight is that one person. I feel like LA Knight will be the babyface they always wanted. And I feel like there's no way WWE can fuck this up. LA Knight did great as a babyface in NXT. Kane, same persona, just had different opponents and was more over the crowd. I feel like the same thing can happen in the main roster. It just, I don't know, the main roster. I don't know if the main roster got different fans or something than in NXT. I guess because NXT got their loyal fans, where main roster is different fans in different cities. But I feel like LA Knight will do fine as a babyface. As long as they don't change his persona. Keep his persona, just change his opponents, change his status, that's it. Nothing more. Still talk shit. Still be that. Do that though. But then again, the con about that, folks will consider that not a babyface. They consider more as either a likable heel or a tweener. They won't call that babyface. They kind of do this thing because they're kind of like they doing with Seth Rollins. It is labeled that Seth Rollins is a babyface. Folks don't want to call him babyface. They want to call him a tweener, or they call him a likable heel. That's it. They don't want to call him babyface. That's how bad they hate the babyface, because of WWE, mainly WWE and Vince tarnished the babyface name as well too, because of the PG era. And it could be other companies as well too, because not everybody working WWE, but they had the same attitude of them becoming face. No, they don't. It's like they don't want that in the same sentence as their name as well too. It's crazy. And kind of the same thing with Shayna. Most recently this Raw, they made mad things confusing, and they about to fuck that up like I was afraid of. Cause Shayna, that was the perfect way to make Shayna babyface. That promo she did on Raw right there. Even if she had to make a tweener, that's understanding. But yeah, they don't want babyface and Shayna in the same sense either. Though it's sad. Like it's sad that wrestling fans feel that way, and sadly it's mainly because of the booking of babyfaces in the past was sucks though, because they afraid of, if anybody coming babyface, they gonna become goody two shoe, they become incompetent, dumb, goofy, whatever, and lose their sting, lose their edge or anything because of past booking of how some wrestlers who turn heel, like, and there's other reason why I said it outside of wrestling. Because it's a joke that even RDC made a joke about how, when a villain becomes a hero, they lose the steam they had as a villain. Like, they lose their powers as well too. They don't have the ultimate power they used to have. Same with if you unlock a boss, you beat the boss and you unlock him, all that. It's like you'll get half the power he has as the boss as well too. Like, it's sad that stuff is written that way as well too. The fact that you're more powerful as a bad guy than a hero, or with a babyface you're more capable of doing things pretty cool as a heel than a babyface. Now, I mean, there's no such thing as a cool good guy or a cool babyface anymore. And I'm saying, like they used to have in the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. But then again, you have folks who want to label new guys in the Attitude Era not really babyfaces, just likable heels, which is stupid. And I won't be surprised they make a bizarre world where Austin and Rock was heels, they're just likable, and Kurt Angle was really babyface, where in reality Kurt Angle was a arrogant dickhead that with his three eyes, and so he's supposed to be the heel, why Rock was the cool babyface, because the edgy thing was in at the time, so people like the edgy folks, and that's made him babyface. That's it. And then, I mean, that's all. They was just trash talking like a regular human being, but it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era will always be competing as the top era of all time. And then we can even go back to the new generation era with the likes that kind of propel some of the baby faces and the Attitude Era, such as Shawn Michaels. When he turned face, he didn't lose his steam. He was still an asshole. He still the sex appeal and all as well too. You know what I mean? It's because he made being the bad guy cool, but he was a good guy down the line when he turned face, and he got very even more powerful as a babyface than a heel, because as a babyface he won championship like the Intercontinental Championship as well too. So yeah, I feel like if go back to their attitude, or at least the Ruthless Aggression era of babyfaces, they'll be fine with babyfaces, and I feel like LA Knight will be the perfect one to get the ball rolling with that style of babyfaces. Truthfully, honestly, it's Seth Rollins right now, but folks are still considering him a tweener right now, even though he's really babyface. But I feel like LA Knight's face turn will be the perfect way to start the Austin Rock style babyface as well too. He is perfect. So let LA Knight be a babyface. Stop being scared of babyface. It's nothing wrong with being a babyface. It's not going. I understand that folks have PTSD because of past WE booking, past Big Man booking of babyfaces, that they're scared of anybody touching, anybody being associated with that term babyfaces. They're scared, or they don't want the same sentence. It's just gonna be okay. Don't be scared. All right. Triple H still has some steam. All right. Vince is sneaking around the back, sneaking around in the backstage or everything. Triple H got this. Okay. He's going to do LA Knight's good. All right. I could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm right, but I got a confident feeling that LA Knight's going to be the new age of Austin Rock like babyface. There's this comparison of him and Rock, Austin and Rock with LA Knight, though. That's why I'm okay with the comparison, because maybe we need that type of babyface like character in WWE right now to get folks confident and respecting babyfaces again. Hopefully. Well, other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. Sorry for the coughing. My throat got dry, and unfortunately I got no water near me right now. I should have bought some water, but I was going to do this long talking. My video just froze up. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.